Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into resume preparation. We're looking at some lecture notes, really focusing on what makes a resume, well, work. Our goal here is to boil it all down for you, give you the key takeaways, the practical stuff from these sources, basically a shortcut to help you build a resume that, actually gets results, opens those doors.
Yeah, and you really can't underestimate how crucial a well-done resume is. It's more than just a list, isn't it? It's often that very first impression. It guides the interviewer, helps them figure out what to ask, and even after the interview, it's there, reminding them of what you achieved. A good one gives you a serious edge. It absolutely has to grab attention, get your foot in the door.
Okay, let's dig into that. Where do we start? The absolute must-haves.
Right. So first up, your contact information. Seems simple, yeah, but the sources are really specific. Full first and last name, no nicknames. For the address, they say use the full street address, apartment number, city, then the two-letter state abbreviation capitalized, like the post office wants, and the zip, like John Smith, 223 East Center Boulevard, apartment 23, Phoenix, AZ 12345, that level of detail. And of course, phone number with area code. And a professional email address. That last one's critical.
Professional email. That seems like a small thing, but I guess it matters.
Oh, absolutely. And an unprofessional one. It can signal you don't pay attention to detail, maybe lack a bit of professional maturity. It can honestly get your resume tossed before they even look at your qualifications. It's about perception.
That's a really good point about perception. Okay, so you've got the basics nailed down, clean contact info, but you mentioned making it work harder, turning it into something more.
Exactly. That leads right into the target job title. This isn't just buried somewhere. It goes right after your contact info. Think of it like a headline for the whole document. It tells the reader instantly, this is the job I want. Super clear, objective.
Okay, so it immediately frames everything that follows. No guesswork for the recruiter.
Precisely. It streamlines things for them. They know why you're applying right away.
Should it always match the job posting exactly, or is there some wiggle room?
The sources seem to lean towards matching it pretty closely. Direct is best. Being too vague doesn't help, and getting, too specific probably isn't necessary either. Just state the target role clearly.
Got it. So contact info, target title. Now, how do we start telling the actual story, your professional narrative?
Right. Next comes the career summary. This is your pitch. It's not just a vague statement. Its job is to show right up front that you have the knowledge, the skills, the stuff needed to excel in that specific position they're hiring for. Keep it concise, high impact, like your resume's elevator pitch.
Okay, so it connects your background directly to their need.
Exactly. Then you move into your previous work experience, and here, details matter again. Employment dates need to be accurate. They often check this stuff, For the job title, the advice is actually not to be overly specific.
Really? How so?
Well, like the example in the notes. Use dental assistant rather than something like second assistant or junior assistant. Keep it standard and clear. And always, always list both the job title and the company name where you worked. Don't forget the company's location, too. City and state.
Okay. Accurate dates, clear titles, company name, location, check.
And then the real meat of it. Responsibilities and achievements. This is crucial. It's not just listing what you did, it's about showing what you accomplished, your impact. The sources say list all your achievements and responsibilities to really show what you're capable of. Even if the examples aren't always quantified, the idea is clear. Demonstrate value. Turn tasks into tangible achievements if you can. Prove your worth here.
That distinction is key, isn't it? Duties versus impact. Showing value. But what if you're, say, just out of school? Or making a big career change? You might not have tons of direct achievements in a work setting yet.
That's a very common situation and a good question. The focus shifts. For education, especially if you lack that practical work experience, your educational background becomes the star. You really highlight your scholastic achievements, any relevant coursework, extracurriculars, things that show potential and transferable skills. The notes give examples like class president or volunteer at homeless shelter, maybe graduated with 4.0 GPA.
So you're using those to demonstrate drive, responsibility, skills.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't a paid job.
Exactly. It shows initiative, character, capabilities, what you bring to the table beyond just a list of previous jobs.
Okay, so we've built up the positive side. What about the things to absolutely avoid? The resume killers.
Right, the pitfalls. Number one, according to the sources, don't state why you left a previous job on the resume itself.
Why not? Seems like transparency.
Well, it's usually something better discussed in an interview where you can provide context. Putting it on the resume can raise questions or introduce a negative note too early. You want to control that narrative.
Makes sense. Save it for the conversation. What else?
This one feels obvious, but it's critical. Typos and grammatical errors. Seriously, these can sink you. The sources really stress this. It's not just a small mistake. It reflects on your attention to detail, your professionalism, even how careful you are. A typo suggests carelessness.
Yeah, I can see that. If you can't get your resume right, how will you handle the job's details?
Precisely. So proofread, then proofread again. Get someone else to look at it. It has to be perfect.
So what you leave out and the mistakes you don't make are almost as important as what you include. Let's make this really concrete. The sources had some examples, right? A good one and a not so good one.
They did, and they're very illustrative. First, the acceptable resume, Jane Scholes. Look here. Clear contact info, full name, proper address, phone, professional email. Check. She has a focused objective statement to obtain a position as a dental assistant. Clear goal. Then under experience, great detail. Specific tasks. Take full mouth x-rays, sterilize instruments, using autoclave, work chairside, using forehand techniques, see action verb specifics, dates are clear, company names and locations are there, education listed, and a good skills section. Bilingual specific software like Dental Max, Microsoft Office. It's all very professional and paints a clear picture of competence.
Okay, yeah, that looks solid. You get a good sense of what she can do immediately.
Exactly. Now, let's look at the unacceptable resume, Olivia Price. The contrast is stark. Right away, problems. Incomplete contact info, no full address, the email. girlygirl55@gmail.com. Instantly unprofessional, big red flag.
Oof, yeah, that's not ideal.
Then she includes the reason for leaving a job. I had to resign because of my conflict between being a fell-time student. I noticed the typo right there. Fell-time instead of full-time. Glaring.
Whoa, yeah. It's bad on multiple levels. Included info she shouldn't have and a typo in it.
Exactly. Then look at the employment dates. Present, 2014 to 2014. Very vague. Job entries are messy. Waiter and busser, Big Hoss Grill, Glenwood, CO present. It's just run together, unclear. And the skills section. Volunteer as a CNA, less than 1 year. It's just vague. Doesn't tell you much.
It really falls apart quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So many small things adding up to a poor impression.
It really does. It shows how every single detail matters. Formatting, content, accuracy, professionalism. Slip up on those, and you undermine everything else.
Seeing them side by side makes it incredibly clear. We've definitely taken a deep dive into what makes a resume truly effective, not just a piece of paper.
Absolutely. Just remember, that resume is your first impression, often your only chance to make one initially. So focus on clarity, be accurate, present your skills strategically, and please avoid those common mistakes. It's about earning that next step, that interview.
Which leads to a final thought for you, our listener. We've talked a lot about the traditional resume, these foundational principles, but in today's world, it's so digital. Think about your online professional profiles like LinkedIn. How do these principles translate there? And what new challenges or maybe even opportunities does managing that digital professional identity present for you? Something to think about.